the stillness of a London evening, I found myself entangled in a web of forbidden desire. My stepson, Hamzat, stood before me, his piercing gaze burning with unspoken intentions. The air was heavy with tension, and I couldn't deny the flutter in my chest. It was as though the entire world had melted away, leaving only the two of us, suspended in a sea of uncertainty. As we stepped out into the night, the city lights twinkling like stars, I felt an overwhelming sense of longing. Hamzat's hand brushed against mine, sending shivers down my spine. I knew I should pull away, but my body seemed to have a mind of its own. It was as though I was trapped in a dream, unable to wake up from the desire that threatened to consume me. We walked in silence, the only sound being the beating of my heart. Hamzat's eyes locked onto mine, and I felt like I was drowning in their depths. I knew I was crossing a line, but I couldn't resist the pull of this forbidden attraction. It was like a siren's call, beckoning me towards the rocks of destruction. As the night wore on, our passion grew. We stole glances, our fingers touching, sending sparks flying. I knew I was playing with fire, but I couldn't help myself. The desire was too strong, too all-consuming. It was like a wildfire, raging out of control, leaving nothing but ashes in its wake. In the end, it was just Hamzat and me, lost in a world of our own making. We knew we had crossed a line, one that could never be uncrossed. But in that moment, I didn't care. All I knew was that I wanted him, and he wanted me. The consequences of our actions were irrelevant. All that mattered was the here and now. The morning after, reality set in. I was consumed by guilt and shame, knowing that I had betrayed my husband. The weight of my infidelity crushed me, making it hard to breathe. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of regret, unable to find a lifeline to cling to. But as I looked at Hamzat, I saw something in his eyes that gave me pause. It was a glimmer of hope, a chance for redemption. I knew I had to make things right, to confront the consequences of my actions. It wouldn't be easy, but I was determined to find a way to heal the wounds I had caused. The journey ahead would be difficult, but I was ready to face it head-on. I knew I had to be honest with myself, to confront the reasons behind my infidelity. I had to take responsibility for my actions, to acknowledge the pain I had caused. It was a hard pill to swallow, but I knew it was the only way to move forward. As I stood there, looking at Hamzat, I knew that I had a choice to make. I could continue down the path of destruction, or I could take the first step towards redemption. It was a choice that would define me, one that would determine the course of my life. I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what was to come. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to face the consequences of my actions.